go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Haskins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Hopkins' kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for Corey Clement. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Man 5-7. Check back 47. Watch the run.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd and 2. They give it to Peterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
52
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, Haskins, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the 2nd down throw on target. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, twisting away. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And, boy, some nifty running, but he's still going to come up about a yard shy. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Haskins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen for Clement. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass, really... Well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here we go.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run with Scott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
As a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Scott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Scott. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Scott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So we will not go into the lockers time. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Here's Antonio Gibson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, pay attention. Pay attention. Shut him down.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard battle. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On the carry, this is Scott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of it.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Fletcher Cox, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
47 to Mike, 47. Check, 47.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. Hey, empty. You ready?
They go again with Scott, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Runs through the contact. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Davion Taylor in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Haskins down around his goal line. Brandon Graham, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Haskins, 3rd and long from his end zone. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Wentz now on 1st down. Open man here is Scott, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Scott. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Haskins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They go play action with Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss. And now it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run again with Clement. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unravel.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily there.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin 91 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Hey.